What is up guys, it's your boy Swell. I'm here, back with another Palworld video for you. Now today we're going to be talking about beating the final tower in Palworld, or the brand new tower added in the Feybreak update. We're talking about the Feybreak Tower, located all the way down here on the map. Now for this video we're focusing on the normal difficulty, so for anyone who is either brand new to the game or a returning player trying out the update, it'll be showing you two different strategies today on how you can beat this tower. And the reason why I want to do two different strategies is because, well, maybe not everyone has the same pals, or you don't have the same setups, or you prefer fighting differently. One of the methods you are fighting here, you are fighting on top of your pal, and it's basically you doing the fighting, and the other one is more like a Pokemon battle where you are just throwing out the pals and letting them do the work. So let's get into exactly how to do this today. We're going to be showing you the actual boss fights first, and then talking about the setup at the end as well. Now the Feybreak Tower, you'll be fighting a Bastigor, which is an ice pal, which means that his weakness is fire. So for both of these two strategies, you are using a fire pal, and the first strategy, the one I'm showing you right now, is you using a Ragnahawk, and you are riding on the Ragnahawk, and then you're using 4 Gobfins as well to boost your attacks while you're on the Ragnahawk. Now as you can see here, I have not attacked the boss yet, and there's a reason for that. You just want to get on your Ragnahawk as early as you can, and avoid the first set of damage from the Bastigor in this tower, and after that you just try to avoid as much as you can and shoot out some attacks while you can as well. Now I will say, when you have the multi-guided missile launcher, this becomes way easier, but I'll be talking more about what items you want to have at the end of the video, but I'm using that weapon as of right now, as you can see here. Now for this, once again, once you have set this up and you are on your mount, you have avoided the first attacks, all you're doing is literally flying around avoiding the attacks. So I'm just going to speed up the fight here while still showing you the entire thing, so you know roughly what to expect and like how to avoid things. The main thing is just whenever Bastigor is casting literally anything, hide behind a pillar like this. There is once every now and then he does a beam attack, like a frontal cone, which goes through the pillars as well, in which case if you have enough health on your pal you can just tank it, otherwise just fly far away. And when Bastigor charges onto you, just once again hide behind the pillar and start flying away and shoot your rockets whenever you can. Overall, this fight takes about 3 minutes if you're on a semi-good Ragnahawk and you have fully maxed out Gobfins, so condensed Gobfins, and it's a pretty easy fight. You're just flying away, kiting the boss, and shooting missiles at the boss whenever you can. That is the first strategy on how to defeat the tower, which once again requires a Ragnahawk and 4 Gobfins. I will go through that more at the end, just wanted to show you the boss fight first, so you know how to do this if you already have those pals set up and you already know like about the setup. So there you have the boss fight. Strategy number 2 is going to be more of an active fight, where instead of fighting on the back of your pal, you are just helping your pals out, and you're mainly relying on pal damage. Over here, I'm using 5 Blasphemous, not Blasphemous Ryu, just regular Blasphemous, and they are doing fire damage, and they have all their attacks are fire attacks. In this case, you want to throw out your strongest Blasphemous first, and whenever he goes low, you swap him out. The idea here is to swap him out before he dies, and then he can regain health and you throw him back out. So just keep on swapping your pals back and forth and never let them die. And if you want to speed things up, you can also help out by dealing damage yourself, obviously, by using a rocket launcher or multi-guided missile launcher again. You will just do less damage this time because you're not using Ragnahawk to infuse your attacks with fire, right? It's just regular attacks, but you can definitely help out, and you will be doing probably about 50% of the damage, and then the other half is being dealt by your pals. Now for this strategy, you can see it's a lot, maybe not easier, but like more chill. I can just stand back and let my pals do all the work, and then I can help out as well. But the fight does take more time. So you can see right about here is where we ended the last fight, about after 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes. This time we are halfway. So in terms of efficiency, we are doing half of the efficiency this time, but it's way more chill. I can just let my pals do pretty much all the work, and I'm just helping out because I I can, but I don't have to. We still have 7 minutes left on the timer here, so this is more of a AFK method to beat this boss fight. You just have to stand behind the pillar and let your pals do all of the work. Now for this, you do want to have some pretty strong pals to be able to do damage and also survive for quite a while. Now my Blasemuts are not perfect, but one of them is very close to being perfect, and I only have one of them that is fully condensed. That is kind of why I'm trying to keep that one in combat as much as I can, and then just using the other ones to like have out during the downtime. Now we're about to finish the boss fight now. We still have 5 minutes left, right? So I didn't really have to help my pals out by doing damage myself. They can do the entire fight by themselves. It just makes the fight take more time. Now overall, both of these strategies are very effective and very good. I do want to say that the Gobfin plus Ragnahawk strategy might be the best one, especially if you're comfortable doing that sort of style of fight, where you are just kiting the boss around. The only thing is you need to know how to avoid the boss attacks and using the pillars to your advantage. But even here, if you're helping your pals, every now and then the boss will target you, and then you have to dodge the attacks, and this time you're not on a pal, so you can't really move out of the way that quickly. So even here, I still have to kite a little bit. Now here, the boss fight ended after 6 minutes, so once again, twice as long, but we still got the fight down pretty easily. Now let's talk about a couple of the things you need to have done before you go to the tower here, because now you have seen the boss fights for both of the two methods and you know how they work. So number one is you really want to have a multi-guided missile launcher. If you have a better quality than I have, that's even better, but I've only gotten the green one so far, and for this it's dropping on the oil rig. You can even go to the old oil rig and it drops over there as well. That's what I've been doing. Just go to the oil rig and look for the end chest. The yellow chest is the one you want to loot here, and that one has a chance to give you the multi-guided missile launcher. Now I might have had the worst luck in the world here. It took me 18 runs, so 18 full clears of the oil rig to get this one, and it's only green. So like, if I'm gonna get a blue one, a purple one, or even a legendary one, that could potentially take a long time. But if you have some better luck than I do, and you have a better one already, well, you're on a good path here, and you have, basically that's all you need to have for weapons. I don't really use anything else. You just want to have a multi-guided missile launcher and you are good to go. Now for the pals, let's start off with the Ragnahawk plus Gobfin one. So for this one, you want to first of all have a good Ragnahawk. Now mine is not perfect. I have Vanguard, we have Stronghold Strategies, and we have Runner, and those are the three stats I want to have. Vanguard gives us a 10% increase in player attack. If I just move my web camera away for a second here, we can do like this. So if you see here, Vanguard has 10% increase in player attack, and this is the pal that we are riding on, right? So we get 10% more attack. This one is 10% more defense to me, the player, and Runner is just for the movement speed. We could also get Swift here for even more movement speed, of course, and the reason for having movement speed is to be able to kite things more easily. Now, apart from that, you also want to power it up, so you can see here we have it fully condensed, and we also have plus 60, so we have put in both health, attack, and defense. We have been powering it up. In addition to that, for this strategy, you also want to have some Gobfins, and Gobfins, they basically have a passive. If you do like this, you can see here, the Angry Shark level 5, while in a team, increases players' attack power. So while you have 4 Gobfins and the Ragnahawk, they will increase your attack power, and being on the Ragnahawk also infuses, as you can see here, applies fire damage to the player's attacks while mounted. That's kind of why we're doing that one, to have fire damage, because it's an ice pal, and we are dealing more damage when we have fire damage. So the Gobfins will further infuse that attack power and give us more attack power. If you have regular Gobfins, I think it's 10% per Gobfin, but if you have them fully condensed like I do, it's 20% per Gobfin. So this is plus 80 attack power, or plus 80% attack. Meanwhile, if you don't have them fully condensed, it's plus 40. Either way, Gobfins are good to have, and if you don't have fully condensed Gobfins yet, definitely go out there and get that. So, once again, method number 1 is swapping out this Jet Dragon here with that Ragnahawk, and you have one Ragnahawk with pretty good stats. Once again, it could be better stats by having Swift instead of Unstable, but I just wanted to get the boss down. Then we have Gobfins, which once again we have Vanguard here for example, we also have Stronghold Strategist, and we have them fully condensed, all 4 of them. Now for the second method we were using Blasphemous, and we are focusing on this one right here, which is a fully condensed Blasphemous and also plus 60 power ups as well. So I've been powering up both the health values, the attack values, and the defense values of this Blasphemous. We have this one right here which also has plus 60 and 2 out of 4 condense. We have this one which is plus 60 and 1 out of 4 condense, and then we have these 2 right here. This one hasn't even been powered up at all. This one was just to have out there as cannon fodder, while the other ones are regaining health. And then we have this one with no condense but plus 60. So you can see their attack values, their defense values, and their health values on the screen right now. That's kind of what you want to go for, and the stronger your Blasphemous are, the faster that fight will go, right? But with these 5 Blasphemous, the fight was pretty easy, it just took some time. Either way, that's basically it for the Feybreak Tower, so hopefully this video makes that fight a little bit more easy for you, and hopefully it helps you defeat the tower itself. That was the normal guide. I will probably have a hard guide as well at some point, because once you have defeated the tower on normal difficulty, you will then unlock the hard difficulty as well, which I personally haven't yet done, but when I have, there's probably going to be a guide for that as well. So hopefully, once again, you enjoyed the video, and hopefully the video helped you defeat the tower more easily than otherwise. Either way, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching. I'll see you again in the next video very soon.